Hello, my name is Erin, and today I'm going to be introducing you to the Spatial Web. To start, we'll walk through the icons that you'll see located at the bottom of your screen. The first thing you'll notice is that the audio is spatialized, meaning that when I'm closer to my other two guests, they will hear me louder than when I am further away. So I'll move away and my voice will fade out. And as I get closer, my voice will come back in. To unmute your microphone, you're going to come down to the bottom menu and hit the mute or unmute button. If you want to quickly mute and unmute your microphone, the push to talk function is activated by holding the space bar to mute or unmute. To turn your video on, you would click the video on button. When the video is red, that means your video is off. When the video icon is green, that means your video is on. You'll also see a video circle appear above your avatar. Your avatar is the round disc with your profile picture in it, if you've uploaded one. That represents you as a person with your own identity in Spatial Web. To adjust your profile and upload an avatar, you can go to Settings in the bottom left corner of your screen. And under Profile, you can upload an image, enter your email, phone number, and additional other information if you'd like to share. While in Settings, you can also check your video and audio input and output and make sure you have the correct camera and the desired audio input selected. Between Wallet and the Places icons in the bottom of your screen, you're going to see the People menu. This is a list of everyone who's currently in the space. Next to their name will be a number representing how far away they are. You can click on the small icon next to that looks like two people with an arrow between them to teleport to the person that you've selected. Clicking on someone's name from the People list will also bring up options such as go to that person, follow that person, chat with that person, exchange business cards, or ask that person to follow you. Alternatively, rather than clicking the person's name in the People menu, you could actually just click on their round avatar in Spatial Web and bring up the same menu. Next to the People icon is the Places icon. You can think of this as a directory that shows a bird's eye view of the space and then has a list of different locations below that you can teleport to by clicking. If you want to return to your home area, you would click the Go Home icon located in the Places list. Also, the picture that appears at the top of the Places list is live, so clicking anywhere on that picture will actually take you to that position in Spatial Web. So next to the Places list is the chat feature. This allows you to send a message globally to everyone in the chat, or if you wanted to just have a one-on-one direct conversation, you could select someone's name from the chat and send them a private message. Next to the chat is the emoji function. This is fun. It lets you interact using emojis in the space that shoot up through the air. You have at the bottom business cards. This gives you the opportunity to upload a pre-created business card or design your own business card in the space. You can then request to exchange business cards with someone in the space. And if they have a business card created, they can exchange business cards with you. If not, they'll be prompted to create one. And then opening this after you've collected business cards is going to show the names of people whose cards you have collected. All right, then under the More three dots, you'll see a few more options. One of these is Screen Share. The top one, it looks like a computer screen. Clicking on that gives you a few options. The first of which is to share your screen or your webcam. I'll go ahead and stick with the default, which is to share my screen. And then I have three options. I can share it with no one. I can share it only those who are nearby me, or I could share it with everyone in the entire space, even if visually I couldn't see that person. So I'm going to go ahead and share it with everyone. And then I click on the blue button here my share screen is going to pop up on the upper left of everyone's view, and then I will see a small preview of my screen in the bottom right of my screen. People can then move that around and pin it to whatever area of their view they want. They can resize it or even make it full screen. If you want to see who's sharing screen, multiple people can be sharing their screen at once. You would just come to the screen sharing icon, and the list of people who currently have their screen shared would be right here. Also under the More is the megaphone / voice of God. So this overrides the spatial audio. You'll notice when I click speak to everyone, my avatar sound audio will be muted automatically. So you'll see my mute icon turn red. So I'm now projecting via the voice of God live audio function. So there can be multiple live audio speakers at once, but the sound appears across the entire space evenly for everyone. Then we have the ability to drop a meeting circle or to start a meeting. So that is the icon with 4 different people. Clicking on that draws a circle and informs me that I am now hosting a meeting. If I want to click on settings, I can expand or contract the size of the radius for that meeting to include more people. I can do that a few ways. And then I'll see people's avatar image, or if they're sharing video, their video pop up in a grid-like matrix mode, similar to Zoom or Google Hangouts. If someone wants to leave this meeting, they simply go outside of that circle. And when I want to end the meeting, I would just hit end. The person who starts the conference meeting needs to also be the person to end it. And finally, we have the help button. So that's the question mark icon that will bring you the help menu. The options there are to show a tutorial, which, whether you've enabled or not, may have shown at the beginning when people first enter the space. This is a series of slides that gives instruction on how to navigate and move around the space. If someone had clicked out of that at the get-go and wanted to see that again, they could find that easily under More, under the Help menu, Show Tutorial. We also have a quick guide, which is a 1-page shot of all of the buttons and what their functions are. Also, if people are interested in Spatial Web, they can click on this button and we can follow up with them for things like future conferences and creating their own spaces. Now, to navigate, there are several ways to get around. The easiest is to use the arrow keys located on your keyboard to move forward and backward. Using the side-to-side arrow keys will spin you around, almost as though you were twisting your neck. If you're familiar with the gaming world, another way to move around would be with the AWSD keys, and you can use Q and E additionally to spin. Also, in the bottom right, you'll notice a plus and a minus magnifying glass. Clicking on those will zoom you in and out of a space. Above that, you have a stage view button. If that's enabled in your space, that's going to bring you to a nice, perfect view of whatever object in the space you've set as the main stage. Just to the left of the navigation wheel is a reset view button that looks like an eye with a little arrow on it, and it says reset. Clicking that will return you to a nice neutral view where you're not too far zoomed in and you're not too far zoomed out. The navigation wheel works similar to the arrows, in which you can move left and right. You can grab the smaller circle and pull it all the way down for a top-down bird's eye type view, or all the way up for more of a first-person view. The small person icon below the reset view button snaps you immediately into first-person view. Touching it again will snap you back out. Also, if you're using a mouse, you can use your scroll function to zoom in and out, or if you have a laptop with a key touchpad, 2 fingers down on the keypad will gently bring you out, and then gently going up will zoom you back in. To move around the space, you have a few options. You can double click any spot in the space and immediately your avatar will move there, as long as that spot is on the floor. You can also press and hold any spot on the floor or in your view, and your avatar will move as well. If you'd like to follow someone or invite someone to follow you, the way to do that would be to either click that person's avatar or select their name from the people list. Scroll down and you'll see the options to follow or invite to follow. Once you're following someone, your two avatars are linked and that person can still zoom and tilt. They will not be able to move on their own. They will be locked to you. Essentially, you are their tour guide. And then to release them, if you'd like extra practice using the controls or navigating in Spatial Web, feel free to go to spatialweb.net/@spatialweb.